Basically, my first trip to Guatemala really changed my life. I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in today if it wasn't for that trip to Guatemala. I got here and it wrecked my life. As a chiropractor, I started treating patients, and there's one little boy who talked about real bad headaches and neck pain, and so I started feeling his neck and his little spine, and his little spine just felt like a 90-year-old man. And it just made me realize that this little boy had been out working in the fields rather than being in school. And the physical toll that was on this little boy just blew me away. And I literally just went out and just sobbed on Juan Constantino's shoulder, because it totally wrecked me. I fell in love with the people here in Guatemala and fell in love with this beautiful land and the people here at Celsi too. And so I continued to go back and for the first time bringing my family and letting them see where I've been spending these years, and letting them fall in love with the people and the ministry and the land that I've been coming to for so long. And it's been a phenomenal experience to see my boys participate. You may have seen the background here. They brought lacrosse to Guatemala. Both my boys are lacrosse players. And so they bring lacrosse to all these children in Guatemala, and I think they're just having a ball. And my wife is also a chiropractor. She's in there in the clinic, treating patients in the clinic, and she's having a ball too, and also experiencing what I've got to experience.
We've had the most fun being here in Guatemala as a family on this mission trip, and now I know what my husband's been doing for 10 years, and now there's no way we're going to stay at home while he's having so much fun and just giving so much of himself. Now we understand, and it's just been wonderful. It's been a joy to see my teenage boys interacting with others and having a good time, all in the name of Jesus. It's been great. This is something I'll never forget. It'll always be in my heart. We were in the clinic, and we'd been seeing, many people, but one man came in and just so touched my heart. He was an older man. I think he was about 95, and he was strapped into a wheelchair, and took him out. He was hunched over, came in, I worked with him, and then he walked out, and he was walking straight. And I have to say that while I was working on him, I was just wrecked. Here was this 95-year-old man in Guatemala, blind, in a wheelchair, and how do you get around in Guatemala if you can't walk? He walked out. He walked out and went to get his prescription, and we were just stunned. It was absolutely amazing. And then he was so excited, he went to the children's area and began to sing songs about how much he loved God. So it was just a really amazing time for the whole team, because prayer ministry had worked with him. He'd been anointed with oil. The medical triage had worked with him. And then he was with the children's ministry. So we were all touched by this very dignified man who received a healing, and he really loved God, and then he wanted to share with us. And I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. So it was beautiful.